listening to the legendary podcaster, the one, the only TJD. Your personal favorite, and the show you've been waiting for. Probably offensive.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Probably Offensive. I am your host, Anthony Scott Dover, and my man of the hour, the Tower of Power, is back in the house, Mr. T. Crow.
Hey, what's good, people? Yes, sir. We're here on Probably Offensive, and we're going to get into some offense. And no, not like the Dallas Cowboys. yeah, he's a Cowboy fan. Let's see how my Steelers are going. We ain't got to talk about that today.
Yes, we
will later, but we'll talk about some more intriguing things going on in the world.
We'll bring up some sports. We got to get into sports. We're both sports fans. We know that you guys are sports fans, and we know that Terrence is a Steeler fan. Boo! Hate it.
You see how we won yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's called Never Die.
Yeah.
The standard is the standard in Pittsburgh.
I got to give them credit. I mean, I didn't think they would win the game against the Bengals because they have no quarterback, and the Bengals got a good team. They proved that last season.
But we have a great defense with two of our starters. Our stars actually got hurt, Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt's going to be out for a period of time. But, Mike Tomlin's a hell of a coach, people. And like I tell everybody, never had a losing record. So you can say what you want, feel about the Steelers how you want. That man's been coaching for 15-plus years and never had a losing record. So what makes you think it's going to start now? Bengals take that L. And no excuses. Oh, it was a touchdown. You know what? How many calls did they give to us to keep giving y'all first downs? Well, you know what? That call that was a touchdown, your coach should have challenged.
Yes.
But he wanted to hurry up offense, and he cost himself because they didn't get anything out of that.
Yes. Chase did score the touchdown. The coach didn't challenge it because the coach is a dumbass. The Bengals, I mean, their coach is not a terrible coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying he's a dumbass because he's supposed to, if he doesn't think of something, he's supposed to have one of his assistants let him know, listen, we need to challenge this, dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what good coaches do.
But see, they were in a hurry up.
That's no excuse.
No, it's not.
He's a professional coach.
But that's a hurry up.
You're trying to win the game. Your star receiver goes to the 0 line, the 0 point line. With the ball, you don't not challenge that. There's no excuse for not challenging that.
I say there's no excuse, but I like to play devil's advocate, and I'm gonna say the reason why he did it because he already had 2 or 3 plays called in concession the same time. So they like, if we don't score, we got to do this.
Yeah, but you got to win the game. That's the most important.
Play to win the game, right? But you know what? It's Bengals.
Forget those other plays, man.
Let me ask you a question. I watched the game at home alone.
Yeah.
I was drinking some Coronas, and I was nervous, and I wasn't talking trash, but I said a few things here and there. You even commented on one of my posts, and people forgot we had a great defense. So, the Bengals have a great offense, but right now, in the beginning of the season, you know what? Joe Burrow had to have surgery, so he didn't play much in the preseason.
He didn't play at all in the preseason.
You never really played people, but he didn't get a chance to really work out.
No, because they were afraid that he going to get hurt, so they gave him all the time that they could the whole offseason.
Right, but Mitchell Trubisky's better than what people think.
I don't know about that.
Well, I do. He played for Chicago. Chicago's terrible. I'm not saying Mitchell Trubisky should be a top-tier quarterback, but guess what? He's in the middle.
He's not close. He's a jerk-off.
He's in the bottom middle.
And
but guess what? For a team like us, he's serviceable until we get Pickett ready. But check this out. Our offense coordinator, Matt Canada, did not use him right. You know what I mean?
Right.
If instead of scoring 3-point field goals, we're in the red zone 5 or 6 times. Come away with 2 touchdowns. You know what? We need to score touchdowns down there. And guess what?
Right. And you can't do it because you got Mitchell Trubisky.
If he would use zone read, zone option, run fast with Mitchell Trubisky, because he's an athlete and he's pretty fast. Mm-hmm. And he can run it in. So there's things that he's got to work on. And like I say.
But see, they started out the game trying to trick the Bengals up, and it was working when Trubisky would act like, he's dropping back on a scramble. The pressure's on him. Then he flick it right over their heads to
Not years.
Yeah.
Or the other running back, Green was Jerome? I can't remember.
So it was some what it looked like what traditionally be called a screen. It wasn't exactly, but it was working the same way. Like you let the pressure get on you until you could just throw it right over their heads to an open running back or receiver right there on the line of scrimmage. And they was running and getting the first down. But I digress because
the Bengals lost and everybody's crying. Boo-hoo. Blame your coach. Blame your coach.
Listen, all I'm saying is that there's a couple of plays, and that one particular play where Jamar Chase scored a touchdown and then the guy didn't challenge it. That's
that's the coach's fault. You know what
that's
I mean?
on the coach.
That's on the coach. But you know what? He didn't challenge, like I say, and everyone's like, "Oh, they cheated." They cheated. Well, the ref looked at the last part, so they only see things in real time. These guys are so big and fast and can't catch everything.
Yeah.
That's why they have challenges.
Right.
Blame that on your coach.
Yes.
And then, like AB does, put that shit on. Everybody do that dance.
Yeah.
That's the AB dance, and the whole team did it in the locker room. Even Coach T put that shit on. That's AB. Antonio Brown. He's a rapper now.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he's he's president of one of Kanye's lines. I don't know, but yeah.
I think he had a few too many concussions because he's
actually, if you watch this podcast called Pivot with Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and Jan Crowder, they get some great guests on there. They do a great job, and AB was one of the guests. He'll talk about that. He wants to play, but teams like this guy. Talent, yeah. Attitude, no. And when you're playing for big money like that, once they see who you are, man, they'll be a new one next year. You see how these receivers are coming out of college. Chase, Jefferson up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
He was Chase's and Burrow's teammate up in LSU, and he's a bad boy. Bad boy. Oh, this is pineapple juice and a little water.
Oh, somebody's asking you what you're drinking.
You know what I'm saying?
None of your business what he's drinking. Don't worry about it.
It's a grown man beverage. You understand me?
The Bengals, I think they'll be okay. So that loss for them. They needed it. But nobody said they were going to go undefeated. Can you imagine the Bengals going undefeated?
It's a long season.
Yeah. So
but anytime you can win one on the road, and any win in the NFL is a big win. And,
yeah. Since we're talking about sports, I might as well go on and talk about the Cowboys a little bit. Because that's my team, a team I love, the Cowboys. Tradition, you know what I'm saying? America's team, everything. The Cowboys right now, they suck. And the reason they suck is because of coach. Their coach is a dick face. He's a jackass, and he's not very bright. He's not a good coach, and he shouldn't. I don't understand why Jerry Jones hired him in the first place. That was a bad hire. Okay, he hired him because, he won the Super Bowl with the Packers. When he was the coach of the Packers, they won the Super Bowl, but I think they won the Super Bowl in spite of having Mike McCarthy, the dumbass, as the coach. Because
well, that's when they played us. They beat us in that Super Bowl.
Okay, they did?
Yeah.
The Packers beat the Steelers?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, they beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
You're a Cowboy fan, right?
Yes.
And you're saying they suck, right?
I'm saying that I've got to be honest. I'm not one of these people who sugarcoat and try to act like the team is great when they're not great. Okay? They're not great.
I've been telling you that.
Okay? And
but if you want to be honest, what did I tell you when you talked about Steelers 3 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago? What did I tell you?
I don't remember.
Of course you don't.
What did you say?
Do you have CTE like those players?
Did you say anything of any importance whatsoever?
That's what they stink.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't recall you saying that.
Yeah, I do.
I think you said the Cowboys would be great.
No.
This year.
You got rid of too many people. But anyway,
Okay.
You continue.
The Cowboys need to fire that coach. They got to get rid of him. And I'm glad that I don't want to see them lose. But when stuff is going the way it's going, and from what I've seen, they couldn't do anything right. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't throw the ball. The quarterback hurt his hand. They couldn't stop anybody. I mean,
That's what it was. Y'all got beat up in the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
They ran the ball down y'all's throat. Leonard Fournette was just trucking two people.
Yeah.
And their defensive line dominated your offensive line.
Yeah. And the players, the Buccaneers farted on the Cowboys.
No, they didn't. They shit on them. You must be a Cowboy fan.
If you want to say that, I'm not.
And where was the game played?
I'm not that disgusting.
In front of the home fans. But once again, like I say,
in Arlington.
Yeah, most people in Ohio in this part are either a Cowboy fan or a Bengal fan. And I just want to say one thing to both sides: you stink.
You stink.
Let's move on.
Well, I hope that they fire this guy. Get Sean Payton in there so they have a real coach. Yeah, it's going to matter. Of course, it's going to matter.
I don't think so. I think Sean Payton will make you relevant, but he's not going to get you guys Super Bowl. He's not going to make you guys.
They don't need to be relevant.
That's what you're going to be.
They need to win playoff games.
You heard it here first. You're going to be just relevant.
No, that's nonsense.
How many Super Bowls has Sean Payton won?
One.
Okay, let's continue, people.
All right. Okay, just because he won one Super Bowl, so it's Tomlin.
Right. I'm not complaining though.
I'm complaining because the current coach of the Cowboys won one Super Bowl, but I still think he stinks. He sucks as a coach.
We should have won that game. Mendenhall fumbled that ball.
He's terrible. So, just because he beat your boys in the Super Bowl as the coach, he got lucky.
Mendenhall kept holding the ball like a loaf of bread, and Matthews on the edge kept trying to get him, right?
Yeah.
Kept trying to get him. And one thing led to another. And he did it one last time while we're driving down. So, he knocked it out of his hand.
What did you think about Tom Brady? How did he look at 45?
He looked decent.
Yeah, he looked okay.
Okay, but he wasn't under pressure.
Right.
Anybody,
and that's the thing.
My fat ass can get back there and throw the ball in 2 seconds.
That's the thing. He wasn't under pressure. The Cowboys usually, you will be under pressure. They had a bunch of rushers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But their scheme was better designed to pick up the blitz and the packages that the Cowboys. Who's their D quarter? I can't remember his name, but it's basic. It's too basic, man. You're relying on what's that? The dude from Penn State, number 11.
Yeah.
What's his name again? I'm getting old.
Oh God, it slips my mind too.
Right.
But he's not. He's not like a guy who takes double teams. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy who makes plays when the other guy takes double teams.
Yeah, Nebraska fired their coach too. Like she said, they fired
Frost.
Yeah, they're gonna buy him out for $15 million. Yeah, I took that bullshit job and got bought out for $15 million too.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Frost. Just like Ed Orgeron, talking about the money that he's going to get for leaving LSU. These guys ain't worried about the money. He just saying that because his feelings is hurt.
No, that's what the contract says. It's his buyout.
Yeah, but
they said they're going to give him, if he lasts to October 1st, right? Which is we're in September, right? If he lasted 2 more weeks, his buyout would have been around $5 million. And it's crazy because they want him gone now.
Yes, but these guys, what is it to give? These guys are not billionaires; they're millionaires. What is it to give a millionaire another few $1 million?
It's like give me a couple pennies because I'm a penny-aire.
I'm a thousandaire.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You get some thousands.
You're a thousandaire?
You get some thousands in the bank. You're a thousandaire too.
I got a couple dollars in the bank. Like I said, I'm a penny-aire.
You're afraid to tell people.
Oh, no, wait. I'm not afraid to tell you I got $3 in my bank account. My bank account setup is I got to go to this one to get money and push to that one to buy gas.
Yeah.
I ain't got no damn money. I'm broke. You're a thousandaire?
Yeah.
You doing good.
I'm doing well.
You're doing well. I'm a penny-aire. I know I can come to my main man, TJMD, coming over and give me a loan, right?
No. I'll tell you, all my money is wrapped up in bonds and stocks.
I'm a penny-aire, man. I don't mind saying it because, you know what? When I was young, I was ashamed of being broke.
Investments.
Guess what? Now I'm a grown-ass man. and I've been broke. Hey, I'm used to it. I stay broke. But like Tupac said, I've been poor my life and don't know quite why. I'm tired of being a nice guy. I've been poor my life and don't know quite why. Yeah, they had to pay. Yeah, they bought him out for $15 million. But if he'd have lasted until October 1st, I think it was $5 million. They could have got it.
Yeah. Listen, these coaches are trying to accomplish something. They just talk about the buyout after they get fired. They don't want no
brother D. They call me a liar.
They don't want no buyout.
You know me better than most people. You know I'm broke.
Yeah.
He knows.
They don't believe you, Crow.
I don't lie anymore. That's what therapy has done for me.
Yeah, you don't lie. Woo, yeah.
Hey, by the way, get your T-shirts, people. That's the Crow Flies podcast.
Yeah.
They're on sale for, you on the show, you get it for free, but if you want one, $20. That's it. I got you. And you can represent me and, hell's bells. All
right, Crow, you're not going to believe this, but it's time to go to break.
Already?
Yeah.
Well, hell's bells. Time flies when you have fun with this guy.
When we come back, we're going to talk about a few people, as I try to bring up. I try to mention some people who have passed away.
That's what we're going to talk about. Before break, so they stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and we're going to come back with some stuff that you will be. You're not even going to believe what's going to be said on this podcast tonight. But we're not going to say it until the next segment. Right. So stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back. Before we went to break, I was telling y'all that we are going to talk about something very exciting, and that is a 96-year-old woman who passed away. Queen Elizabeth passed away. What was it? 3 days ago? 4 days ago?
She passed away about almost a week ago. Not quite. I want to say 4 or 5 days ago, but there's a whole bunch of colonists around the globe celebrating.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who celebrated. I think some people was just trying to be respectful, but they didn't know how it would be received. Because I think they put her picture up at WWE wrestling an event, and people booed.
That's because, you know why, man? Those people know what her... Now, I don't know if it was her, and it started with her lineage of family when they colonized all these countries around the world, South Africa, Argentina. Oh, man, the list goes on and on and on, man. And they tried to do it to America, but America fought them back. But anyway, that's a history lesson. A bunch of countries, a lot of islands and smaller nations that they colonized, man, and they kept their foot on their throats, man, and robbed them.
Yes, some people don't know what the monarchy is,
and they
and some people don't understand what exactly is the king or queen of England do, and do they rule England? Do they govern England?
They do nothing.
And how does that actually affect?
They're just pretty much a title.
Anybody in England?
A lot of it, and it's since they're royalty, and that's what their country was based upon. They still get to keep their titles, but there's a prime minister and a parliament over there now.
Right.
That runs things. But they still get to keep, the title, monarch. They still get to run certain, like, duchess, duke and duchess of York,
Yeah.
They still got certain, what is it? What do you want to call them over there? Territories over in England, Great Britain, and is it Sweden? No. Ireland. In Ireland, so they still have that, but
and Africa.
Yeah, but it was a dirty regime, and it's not. I don't say it's her fault. She was born into it, but you know what? Just because you're born into trash, don't mean you got to be trash. to be better, you got to do better. And they just collected their bread. But there's one thing that she did do that I did give note to. You know, back when Snoop Dogg was touring and, he was, back when he was Murder Was the Case and Snoop Doggy Dogg, he went to England. They were going to kick him out. They said, no, we don't want him over here. We don't want, what they call him, that treacherous bastard or something they called him.
They call Snoop Dogg a treacherous
Yeah,
bastard.
they called him something, but she said no, he can come because he never done anything in this country. So Snoop Dogg went over there and performed and it sold out. But at first, the people didn't want him over there. The people that the heads of state that beat, they called him all kind of names. They called him a thug and all that. But she's like, no, he never done anything here. Let him go. And they let him over.
Right. So
She had some kind of pull.
they're going by reputation, and
Yeah,
they didn't know who Snoop Dogg was.
Oh, he was a big. At one point in time, man, I bet they did. Snoop might have been the biggest rap star in the world.
Yeah, they thought he was they heard that he was on trial for murder and that he was a thug in the hip hop community and blah 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 blah. They didn't really know anything about the man. Didn't want him to come to the country because of something you heard and have no idea what you're talking about.
But you're right. Overall, there should be colonies all across the world. They were celebrating her death because if you remember, she's been in reign for 70 years. So I'm 51. I was born in 70. So you add another 20 years to that. 23 actually. 73 years was her reign or something like that. So 70 years was her reign. So she's been in power since 1949, 1950. And she could have done something about it, but no, she just, like everybody else. Most rich people, they get it off the backs of poor people. And that's why people, I don't mind being poor because I'm not going to rape poor people for my bread.
Right, I'm not going to rape anybody, period. But,
Right.
yeah. The monarchy, though, to me, if I was the head of any country under the monarchy, and you are actually, what people don't understand is 100 years ago, 150 years ago, when the king of England actually had some troops, they went and conquered other countries. They went and fought and had wars against other countries for no reason.
What they did was, there really was no reason, but they blamed it on Christianity. See, that's why I got a tattoo of the cross that says the world's misery. Because the world has been under this falsehood of the cross. They've been under this falsehood of Christianity. Mm-hmm. And, real Christianity, Jesus didn't want to kill you. He wanted to educate you. These people didn't want to educate you. They wanted to torment you.
Yeah.
And rape and pillage your village. So, the missionaries and all that, and the third, man, listen, it even goes back to the slave trade because the slave traders and slave masters were direct descendants of England, and they beat Christianity into the slaves. And when the slaves were pretty much Muslims, so they beat Christianity. You can't beat religion into you, but they did. And now you got, and so they went down to Mexico. They beat it in there. There was just there's so many colonies we could talk about. This is a podcast another day, that the missionaries beat Christianity into people across this globe. And that's not the way to do it, and that's not what Jesus would have done. But under the name of Christ, under the name of his cross, they did that.
Right. So, people who don't understand the monarchy, right now, the Queen of England, she just passed away. Her heir, Prince Charles, now King Charles, well, he will be coronated at some time soon in the future, will be the King of England. He as you said earlier, it's just a title.
This is not.
He's not really ruling England, and he's not even ruling the countries that they conquered that pay them
right.
tax money.
Right. All that money. Right.
And that's the pitiful part about the monarchy. Monarchies are outdated.
It's they're gone. And if you understand anything about the Knights Templar, the Pythian Knights, all these, what they call them now, Masons and all those things.
Yeah.
Those all derived from the Knights Pythian, which was sent out to steal the truth about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got the history, and the Knights, the Templar, they would go and try to stop anyone from finding out the truth about Jesus. And they were supposed to kill any descendant of him because they would protect their monarchy. Because if you would kill his descendants, because if you believe Jesus is the true king with the Christianity that they're spreading across the world, they had to stop Jesus' lineage because they would be the true king. So, man, listen, it's too deep for me to get into right now, and I'm going to teach the people later, but so that's what Knight Templars started the Crusades and all the holy wars and things of that nature. Yeah, if you go back on this lineage of this people, man, it's pretty shocking. But hey, I give respect to God bless the dead, and hey, if I was your son, I'd be pissed off, man. I'm 73. I'm just not getting to be king.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, woman.
Yeah.
Mom, you've been queen since I was 3. Mm-hmm. I'm 73.
Yeah. 70
Step
years.
your ass down. But
70 years.
She reigned.
But she was just a fake queen, though. She's not governing.
Hey, listen, if I'm born to it, I want that title. Come on, Mom, step down. Do something.
Yeah, she's not governing over anything. And every country, right now, every country that are under the monarchy of the England, they should succeed. You should say, we're
done.
We're not going to be a part of this. We're definitely not going to pay you tax money.
Right.
That's where they get all their money. People's wondering how are they so rich? How are they living in the castle over there?
And it's coming from the same thing that they did thousands of years ago.
The money's coming from a bunch of small countries that didn't have enough power
to stop them.
To stop them from conquering their country. They conquered the country and said, now we want you to pay us tax money. To protection.
For protection.
It's like a mob.
Yeah, we're going to give you protection, you're going to pay us. But check this out, though. In this country, you got nothing to talk about before I change gears?
No, go ahead.
Well, in this country, man, I found out something earlier this week that I wanted to talk about. Remember how I've been talking about gentrification, how they're running people?
Oh, hold on. Before you say it, Mikhail Gorbachev died.
Yeah, the people of this new generation don't know who he was. He ran the Soviet Union during Reagan's time in the Cold War.
Okay.
Yeah,
he had a very particular tattoo or a birthmark on his head.
Yeah.
And but go ahead.
But now back to gentrification. It's surrounding it pretty much black people out of the poor neighborhoods. They run down homes, the land, the crack neighborhoods. They cleaning it up, man. They're running black people out. That's why I say, buy your land and don't let it go because they're running people out of it, right? They're moving stores. They're moving everything out of it. Gas stations, stores, some mom and pop shops. They're taking everything out of that. And they're moving you from the hood. They're pushing you wherever you got to go, you got to go. Well, gentrification is a big thing because the house that was worth $5,000 is worth now $500,000. Not even fixed up. It's that land because people now, with the way times are, they don't want to commute too far downtown. They want to live closer to downtown.
Yeah.
So this is going on all across America. And what struck me odd was about 2 weeks ago, Pearl Jam. I don't know if any of you guys know about Pearl Jam, but Pearl Jam is a hell of a group. I love Pearl Jam. Out of Seattle, man, they did grunge rock, man. Back when I was 19, 20, 21, they were real big, and they still,
that was your thing, huh?
That's 30 years ago. I just know what the hell I'm doing. But anyway.
Pearl Jam,
yeah, check out Pearl Jam. But they did a concert, man, about a week or two ago in Apollo Theater, right? That's in Harlem.
Right.
Apollo Theater, man, you couldn't get on stage. You know what I'm saying? They booed anybody off. Mm. They booed some legends off, and they welcome legends, man. They welcome in Jackson 5, Eddie Murphy. It just, the list goes on and on and on. But it's a legendary black theater in Harlem.
Yeah.
And I never heard of white groups performing there. But now Pearl Jam sold it out.
Pearl Jam.
I love Pearl Jam. I'm not mad at that, but I'm just talking about the fact of gentrification. Now, Pearl Jam's going in there. How much you think those tickets go for? And Pearl Jam didn't realize it was that nice of a stadium, how loud it was in there. So it's just something, man. Listen, black neighborhoods, Mexican neighborhoods, they're buying you up, man. Because you live closer to downtown and poor neighborhoods, they're buying those neighborhoods up. Gentrification is real. Pay attention.
Is that just in big cities?
It's going on everywhere. It's going on here.
Right here in Springfield?
Yeah, right here in Springfield.
Sprinkleberry Farms?
Yeah, if you go down Fountain, you look at those big houses that they used to have 5 or 6 apartments in. They used to be the big houses doctors lived in back in the day.
Yeah.
On South Fountain, when you cross over Pleasant, whatever, they're buying them houses and fixing them up. Those things are huge. They're breaking down the walls. They're turning them back into those big old mansions that they used to be.
Oh, yeah? For what?
Big people moving in there.
Oh, just one person, one family, or single family home?
Yep.
But who wants to live in that neighborhood?
Well, they will once they buy them out and clean it out, which is what they're doing. And, you know, the system is also helping them because the system, they said, well, the system's failing us, the system's failing our youth. But if you look at all the crimes going on with the youth, look at all the crime, like just the other day, another youth, mass shootings, stabbings. Every day you hear about a 19-year-old, 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Down in Memphis, he was 19. The other one out west in Texas, they're all young. They said the system's failing our youth. No, it's not. The system's finally working our youth.
Right.
Because prisons are trade commodities. They're on NASDAQ. Mm-hmm. You know, they're at Wall Street. Prisons are a big commodity. And who's best to serve? You want a 60-year-old who's going to live about 4, 5, 10 years? Or you want a 19-year-old who's going to give you 50 years of service? To work your machines and stuff for $3 a month.
$3 a month, huh?
Whatever it is. So the system's really working.
Yeah.
They're not rehabilitating any of these kids. These kids get in trouble from the time they're in 5th and 6th grade. They got them, look in the system. They slap them on the wrist, let them go. You know why they slap them on the wrist? And I wondered why do they slap these kids on the wrist years ago?
Yeah.
I wondered this myself. You know why? Because in a kid's mind, they slap me on the wrist. That means I could
get away with.
Yeah, I can get away with it. And guess what happens when you turn 18, 19? You're not getting away with it. Now you're booked in.
Yeah.
And the system's not failing us. The system's really working. That's what it's designed to do. So people, man, pay attention to what your children's doing. And the number one thing that's really causing this is the damn internet.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
The internet is teaching our children ways to be bad. It's right at their fingertips.
Oh, yeah?
It's showing them, it's giving them, listen, these kids don't have any kind of positive influence in their life. They're not getting pat on the back for what they're doing. They're going unnoticed. They're acting like, damn, you know what? We're the scum of the earth. And guess what? They get noticed on the internet when they do a big crime.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, people, man, just pay attention to what the system is. Pay attention to what's really going on, and save our youth because they want our youth.
Save the youth, and they want your house. Apparently,
yeah, they want your house too. It's a big system. They are 25, 30 years ahead of us.
Yeah,
and as black people, Mexicans, and even poor, lower middle class to poor white people.
Yeah,
listen, they want what we have. And the rich get richer off our backs, like I said earlier. They're going to get rich off our children in the prison system. They're going to get rich off our land. They're going to get rich off your labor as well. Notice how everything is sky high, but the wages never move.
Yeah.
All right, people.
How are they getting rich off the ugly people, though? Can they get rich off of ugly people?
Here he goes.
I don't think so, man.
They can't get rich off other people.
I think that they can't make any money off of them.
There's a lot of other people in jail.
Speaking of which, I was on this dating site recently, and I was on this dating site, and I looked at my likes. Women who have liked me on the dating site.
What did it look like?
Oh my God, man! It was
beautiful women?
Oh, it was Budding City on here.
What hell bells?
I mean, it was so old, man. I was like,
this is where they want to.
I said, do I have my preferences right on here because it was like women who are my age,
Right. But see,
older than me, 60 years. I was like, bitch, you are not getting any. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be younger than me, just like you were saying last week. You know, remember when you told people that they had to be at least 10 years younger than me?
did I say that?
No.
Or did you say that?
You should have said it.
No, I didn't say that.
Right.
You wanted me to. And see, this dude here, people, he's something else. And I told you, man, listen, he's ready to get raunchy right now. But this guy here, what he's saying to people is,
No, hold on. Listen to what?
he wants a younger chick, and he wants her to be fine.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Is that so bad?
This is bad.
Yeah, right. You're right because it ain't happened. That's the problem. But we'll talk about it
We'll talk about it after this break.
and other stuff right after this.
If you're not offended yet, stay tuned for this next segment. Mr. A-Hole and C. Crow. That's so funny. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Before we went to break, T. Crow was saying something completely ridiculous.
No, I wasn't.
Yes.
No, I wasn't. You want me to continue with that?
No. I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah, of course he says no. This guy's funny, y'all.
Have you ever had a friend that was a female,
Well, it depends.
and it was a woman who you did not sleep with?
Yeah.
Because I was interested.
So, you want me to kill one of my friends, is what you're saying?
No. Are they very attractive?
I'm not going to tell you this right now. We're on the air.
Okay. That's not what I was getting. I was just wondering if you ever had a friend that was a woman.
Sounds like Biz Markie right now.
They say he's just a friend.
Right. Have you ever had a friend?
Yeah. Because recently I've had a female friend who was attractive. Usually over my lifetime since I've been an adult, I've had a lot of female friends, and I usually end up sleeping with them though. But sometimes they're still friends.
Did you hear this, ladies? You know ladies are watching this, right?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I'm just got me stuttering. So this guy here, he's saying never mind. Y'all already.
What's wrong with
If
it?
one of these ladies want to be your friend and they don't want to sleep with you, now what? They can't be your friend?
Yeah, they still can.
Okay.
If they're really sexy, though, that'd be disappointing. But they
Holy shit!
it would be. What's wrong?
Like I
with
said,
that?
man,
What's wrong with that?
what he's saying is, if you're a sexy lady and you want to be his friend, it's going to be hard for him to keep his fucking hands off of you.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
it'll be disappointing. I'm just
It's
saying.
disappointing to him if you... somebody said, what is he saying? What he's saying is, if you're sexy and you're his friend, it's going to be disappointing to him if you don't get any action. He can't be a platonic friend, is what he's saying.
I could be a great friend to an ugly woman.
If you're ugly, he can be your best friend.
Yeah. You know what I'm
But what if
saying?
they're not ugly?
I'd be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to get with me at all, like ever, like
Like I said, he's going to get us canceled.
no, I'm not. You know, sometimes chicks would like to be comforted. You know what I'm saying? They appreciate
Yeah, they appreciate
a strong
man to come from.
Yeah.
But you can't be the shoulder to cry on and be that friend. You can't. Go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. I'd love to be that. I like it. It's good. Because that is what sometimes leads to one thing and another. But if you want to put somebody in the friend zone, Crow,
Okay.
it's easier if she's not very attractive.
I disagree.
Really.
No.
How so?
Because, man, listen. The attractive ones you want in the friend zone.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Because everybody's been chasing them. Everybody's been after them.
Okay.
They've been told things their whole life
Oh, you're pretty.
about
And,
how great they are.
yeah, you're
And
wonderful.
so guess what? In their mind, there's a lot of
I can't wait to toss your salad.
super.
Stuff like that.
Holy shit! What the hell?
stuff like that. Go ahead, what you were saying.
Oh man, this guy gets me off target. There's a lot of superficial things going in her head because she's been fed this stuff from day one from thirsty guys like, I'm not going to mention any name co-hosts. Yeah. But, been feeding her all this stuff, boosting her ego, and she's beautiful, right? And she knows she's beautiful, and everybody tells her how beautiful she is. So
you're so beautiful. I ain't never told a woman that. I ain't never told a woman that.
And guess what? That's why you don't have the friends. Because you're not doing it right. You see, here's the thing.
Okay.
When something happens and they need the truth, they can't take the truth.
Yeah.
And so you tell them the truth, that means you're going to hurt their feelings, and your friendship's going to get a little icy and cracked, right? Because
no, I've said stuff to a lot of women who hurt their feelings, but it wasn't about the.
See, here's the thing: the guys like yourself and guys like everybody in the world, what's beauty? Me, I find beauty in everyone.
Oh yeah,
I see. Beauty.
Oh, I don't.
See,
some people are horrible.
Because
some people are terrible human beings.
Right. Well, guess what? You can't see the beauty in a terrible human being until they become a better human being.
Yeah, some people don't become better. So they just get old and die terrible.
Those old terrible people we're not talking about. You said attractive and ugly, and so you're drawing a line.
I was talking about physically attractive women and women who are ugly.
Right. I thought Roseanne Barr was physically attractive.
She wasn't bad looking.
Who was in Mike and Molly was physically attractive.
Who's Katie Mixon?
She was in Mike and Molly.
The big girl?
Yeah, but she lost a lot of weight. But I thought she was attractive. But listen, that's me because I see beauty in different ways than everybody sees beauty.
So you ain't no chaser, are you?
Nah, man. I'm just T. Crow.
Okay.
I just see I see certain things.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
Exactly, but what I'm trying to say is shallow people who see physical attraction, quote unquote, as this thing, you're going to get let down.
Yeah.
And then because of their mindset, their attitude.
I'm not shallow, dude.
Oh, God.
I'm not.
Shallow.
Listen, sexy is always better to me than pretty. I would much rather have a sexy woman than a girl who's... I've seen a lot of pretty girls, and they did not get any circulation happening. Because they was just pretty, didn't have
any brain to them, right?
Didn't have no personality.
Because why they've been told they were pretty their whole life, so they don't need a personality.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to chase them because they don't have anything else to them, so everybody who's chasing them is just looking at one aspect and one aspect only.
But I've also seen sexy women who just walk in the room and they don't even have to say anything. And you're like, God, oh my.
But guess what? Have a conversation with her and check her brain out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, check her brain out.
No stipulations.
I like women with a good personality, a good sense of humor. You know what I'm saying?
As long as she fits the type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She can't have thick thighs and things of that nature.
No.
Ain't nothing called a little gut. Little gut and butt. I like that.
Uh-huh. I know you do. So, I just wanted to see what you thought about it. That's all.
Right.
So what has been on your mind lately? Is there something in the news?
Oh, yeah, there was something else. I talked about the system. I talked about education. There was something else. Oh, yeah. I wanted to know why. What is going to California? Take California for example, right? You hear about all these states are mandating within 2020, 2030 was 2030 that they want to have electric cars, right?
Yeah.
Was 2030? What year we in? Yeah, about 2030 they want electric cars, right?
Oh, they're going to ban.
It says they will, but I don't think they will. But here's the thing about that. In 2030, they want you to have all electric cars. Do you understand? Last week, what's the day? Today's Tuesday, Monday. Last week, around Tuesday or Wednesday, California, they got that heat wave going out there, right? California tried to impose an electrical use ban, right? They wanted you to only use so much this, so much that, because we're excuse me, people got to. I got to take my medicine when I get home. I need to take my medicine today. Excuse me, but they wanted to impose an electric use ban because they were afraid of rolling blackouts, right? Where the grid gets overloaded of electricity, and when this one shuts down, then they go this when it overloads, and it just keeps rolling, right? And all these states that are wanting to go electric are mainly Democratic states, but they're not even thinking about. They don't care about the small man. The only reason why they want you to buy these electric cars is because they sold out to the electric car manufacturers and the engineers and your people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why do they have to? It's one thing if they're trying to push the electric cars. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, I get it too. But guess what? Like I said last week, with the electric cars not even taking up, I think they take up maybe one out of California, like one out of every 9, 10 cars. If that, it was something crazy. But they're afraid of rolling blackouts from shortage of electricity from everybody, running their ACs, everybody running the pools and things of this nature, right?
That's where solar panels come into play.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta get some solar panels.
Okay, well, if you want all everyone to outlaw gasoline and go electric, even solar panels are not going to supply the electric grid in California.
I don't want them to outlaw anything. Like, you let the people who want to stick with gas stick with gas. You don't need to outlaw gas just because you want to move forward in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they can't make you turn in this car and drive that car. What kind of country are we living in?
free.
Are we free?
Supposed to be.
Well, they can tell you what car to drive. Are you free?
No.
Okay, then we're not free. And there was like 6 or 7 states like that, man.
That they're going to ban gas.
They want to ban.
They want to ban gas cars.
This is where people come in. I'm not saying your voting's going to matter. Because if they put this in, then you got to vote to get it taken out. I'm just saying people need to vote in the right people who can legislate smart. You know what I'm saying? Biden's not smart. I don't care if he's Democrat, Republican, or goddamn hippopotamus. He's just not smart. And the American public made a mistake getting him in. Now,
They didn't have no choice.
that's the problem. When you vote, all this left-wing, right-wing, like Kennedy said, it's still the same bird. This is where the whole system needs revamped, and we need people of the people.
Yes.
These people in office aren't from the people. They don't know what we go through.
Right.
How the hell is someone, like we said, they're making you move out of your house. They're giving you menial wages. How are you going to afford to take a car you just bought 6 years ago, right? It still runs good for you. Mm-hmm. Now they want you to turn that damn thing in and get an electric car. That you also have to put a battery in your house. And you got to find places when you go travel and pay. Even though you pay for gas, you got to pay for electric, and you got to sit and let that damn thing charge.
Yeah.
What are you going to do if you got to breastfeed? If you're in a rush to get home, and you got to your car's got to you got to go pretty far to go visit your mom who's sick, but you got to let that damn thing charge. Well, to get there, you got to drive because you can't afford to fly. So as you're charging all the way across the country, or halfway across the country, wherever you got to go, those 3 to 4 hours that it took to charge, and fast charging also kills batteries, which these batteries that run these cars take diesel anyway, and petroleum. So it's just a bunch of bullcrap. But you get there a half hour late, and it took you 4 hours just to charge up to get there. That's 4 hours you could have said your goodbyes. Mm-hmm. No one cares, man. And that's what I want to talk about. No one cares, and we got to get people out who don't care and find people who do care.
They need to put a solar panel on the roof of the car so that while you're driving it in the daytime, it can be taking a charge at the same time.
What happens if that breaks?
Well, if it breaks, you got to plug it in anyway. But I'm just saying.
But how much would that cost to get that fixed? That's what I'm saying. So
you got to get it fixed.
it's another thing to get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And who wants to ride around with a damn solar panel on the front of their car? How you gonna get washed?
Not on the front.
On the roof. How you gonna go to the car wash?
It's easy. I mean, it's part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's built in.
You mean instead of like having a sunroof, you got a solar panel?
No, the whole
roof.
Yeah, the entire thing.
Man, that's gonna look crazy.
No. It's the same shape of the car.
Right, but it's just a solar panel.
Yeah.
So no sunroofs, no moonroofs.
Yeah.
Don't look up at night at the sky.
If you want, but that's just gonna make it
a smaller.
you cutting a hole in your solar panel, so you get less of it.
And yeah, you're back to square one. So we got to figure out a way. And you know why they would not do that?
Why?
Because if you did that, how would people pay for electricity?
I'm gonna tell you, but I gotta wait until after this break. So I'm gonna tell you how to pay for the electricity right after this.
You're listening to a man who's almost intelligent. Very close. Welcome back to Probably Offensive. The show. Yeah.
Welcome. Go ahead, tell me. Welcome back to the show. Me and Crow had something going here in the break that he was afraid to expound upon. I don't know why.
I don't want to say names, because it's you know, people watch the show, everybody listens, so I don't know that.
Oh, right, yeah. But he was.
Give me the pen, I'll write it down.
I give you a pen. There you go.
All right. Oh, I got a pen on there. Here you go.
Oh, he's gonna. He's prepared. He came ready.
No, you had this over here.
I know. But he's going to.
Holy shit! Jesus Christ! Oh man!
Oh my goodness!
Oh God! Oh, and the one hell's bells, people. What the hell?
He's going to write down a few things, and we'll talk about it. But I want to do also ask you, what do you think about this? What's going on with ex-President Trump?
Oh well, man, they're making it so he can't run again.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm glad about it because, as you know, I just
I'll give you. This is just a quick synopsis of three of them, real quick.
Three ladies
That we grew up with.
that Mr. Non-Superficial here is going to give me.
Right. And they were skinny.
Yes, but they did not have voluptuous. I was talking about my taste is. I used to have I was just talking to Fred Oliver a couple of days ago.
I got to catch up with Fred this weekend. Matter of fact.
He said he was friends with the Kirkbrides.
Yeah, I know them too.
Yeah, I remember him. I told him I said, do you remember I had a major crush on Julie? And he said, yeah. Yeah, I did. See, you didn't know that? Well, I didn't talk about it with people because I didn't feel like.
I'm not going to go on the air about crushes and things that we did back in the
I will, because this is a long time ago. And she probably not, she might not be paying attention to this podcast. So anyway, I'm not ashamed to admit she was pretty sexy for how the hell were we? 15?
We were 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, high school.
Well, it was 14 when the crush.
Yeah, that's 8th grade. Yeah.
Fred said, she liked it when you dressed up like Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, you get that girl wagon.
No,
Michael Jackson.
Back 100 pounds ago, when I had hair.
Yeah, he's still decent. Michael Jackson. I said, damn,
Macho Michael.
That's what he was, Macho Mike.
Because I was a great dancer. That was the thing.
Anyway.
Nobody can dance. Can even get close to me and dancing, except for
your brother was sweeter than you. Sean was sweeter than you.
He wasn't even
close. He could windmill. You couldn't windmill.
Right, but Sean
and Gary Doobie was the only two that could windmill.
Sean wasn't close to me. Sean was great.
I remember I come out there.
My brother's fantastic.
I had to go out there and bust Rob Lowe's up, man.
No, I don't remember that.
On the hill by the basketball court.
You busted Rob.
I did with that, you know.
Yeah.
And hit me with it.
Steve,
But I was a dancer, but I wasn't a dancer. You know, I was more of the athlete, smart guy. You know what I mean?
Steve Akram could,
Akram was Michael Jackson.
could dance like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he was number one, man. He would practice that. You know, he does concrete work from. We was just out the other day on his birthday, man. Hell of a guy, man. That's my guy, Mr. Akram. Yeah, he put the hat on, do everything, and toss the hat. He had everything but curl.
Yeah, he was a bald Michael
He was
Jackson.
Paul Jackson.
But he was skinny too, and he could dance like him.
Mikey Stevens would do it.
I didn't know he
No,
could.
we had Dance Investor. He would come out and do it.
I didn't know he could do it. I could dance like Michael Jackson, but I was shy and depressed. I could break. I was a bad. Gordon Taylor
You
was
was
good.
shy?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I was so shy. Gordon Taylor was a good.
Sean's in New York, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sean's in New York.
Sean.
I'm gonna say Gordon could dance.
Yes, he was a good dancer.
So I didn't
too.
know you was shy.
Yeah.
I mean, I was around you my whole life.
Yeah.
Never knew you was shy. Never knew it. All things we done together. I didn't know this guy was shy.
Yeah, okay.
More hells,
Yeah,
bells.
yeah, I'm outgoing.
Huh?
As
Not
of
going.
as of late.
Oh, yeah. This guy, you hear how we talk about the raunchy segments? This guy brings up everything.
So you got any raunch you want to talk about?
Well, I didn't write anything down. I figured you'd have it this time, but okay. There was one thing I'd like to talk about.
What was that?
What's up with prostitution now?
I don't know. What do you mean?
How do you? I mean, there's no such thing as streetwalkers anymore. Is there?
Yes. Actually, I just seen this streetwalker last week.
Those streetwalkers are drug addicts. I'm talking about the streetwalkers that, like, you go to Vegas, they don't have streetwalkers. They got the magazines where you can order, right?
Yeah.
And you pay by the hour. I don't know anything personally about this.
You don't know nothing about it, huh?
Negative.
Okay.
Negative.
Well, educate me.
Well, you get back then, you would get a magazine, right? And they would have pictures and numbers, right? That you can call, and then they would just show up at your room or wherever you are. Pretty much your room, and then you get an hourly rate. So if you want them for an escort, you can take them out to dinner. You got a business meeting, whatever. You pay that rate, or if you want just a little action for an hour, you pay the hourly rate. Yeah. But I don't know about now. So now I think everything's done on the internet. So I don't have a clue. And I do know.
So that's how you get a prostitute on the internet now? You can't.
Well, they're not prostitutes, they're escorts.
It's the same thing. You pay.
I have no idea. But like I say, there's a lot of things on the web where you can go to, like, you know, a strip club on the internet. You just buy tokens, just do, you know, like, you know.
You don't prefer to be in a room with the strippers in real life?
Well, I've been in so many strip clubs and I've enjoyed myself as a young man in strip clubs. It doesn't even matter. I'm good with that.
Oh, you're
I'd like to go to one, but hell's bells. We're in Ohio, man. They shut a lot of things down. Then you got COVID, and then, you know, you can't really. And the older I get, man, I'm cheap now. I can't. I used to go in there and spend. You know, that's when I was a thousandaire.
Yeah.
I go spend money. Now I'm a penny-aire, so I really don't have it.
Penny here.
I look at my money like, damn, I gave her that much.
Right.
Holy shit.
You spend
and you know me, I get in there, I start spending. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your job and I'm here to give you a little tip, like when I go out to eat, I tip nice. When I go to a strip club or something like that, and you know, you do your little dance with me, mama, come on. So I'm gonna tip you. I'm gonna tip what I got, and sometimes I go to the ATM. Yeah.
Get more money. So I do. What I used to do when I went to the strip club is not get more money. Whatever
You would go in with whatever you had, right?
whatever I got in my pocket, that's what they can get.
And so, okay, so let me ask you this. So did you budget yourself or you just went in with whatever you had?
Usually I just went in with whatever I had, but if I had only if I was walking around that night and only had like $30 in my pocket, then I would get more before I go.
Right.
You know, I get another $100 or $150 more and put it in my pocket, cash.
I had a lot of fun times in strip clubs. I used to go with this one guy I know, man. I ain't gonna say no name. But you know, the girls do their dance and they do on stage, right? Then they come down, you know, we might just walk in. She come around the room, like, you gonna tip me? You gonna tip me? You gonna tip me? I'm like, hell no. I just walked in. Call her a couple choice words, like, hey, whoa, I got it. Here you go, baby.
He's cussing out the strippers?
Oh, it's hilarious. My brother will tell you.
Wow.
Oh, man, this dude.
You know, he did understand that the reason you went in there.
He never liked him, but I think he likes him now. But back then, he was just a wild dude. He just wild, man. You know, I hang out with characters, man. And me and my brother and my friends, we all be sitting there in tears. And the girl be like, so I'm like, listen, come here, baby. I got you. So I take care of her. And he's straight going off because we didn't see her dance.
So he's thugging in the strip club.
It ain't really thugging. He just would give it to him.
Yeah. But he didn't see him.
We didn't see him dance. They would come and ask for some money. And
that's bad timing on y'all's part.
Yeah, she be done. So she come around and say, look, you want to take me for my dance? Hell no, you stinking bitch. I ain't got you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, shit, I got you. No, don't worry about that. Come here. Here you go. That's what you.
Wow.
Damn. I'm like, damn.
I got caught like that a few times.
And we be laughing. We be bad timing on our part. And me and my brother, we be here. And then me and my cousins, we be here. We be in tears. Because it's funny. But I you know, I'm sitting there smoking herbals and shit. I ain't paying no attention. But her feelings might have hurt. Who knows? You know,
when that happened to me, I'd say,
took those on.
Well, I didn't see you, but I'm tipping you anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I didn't get a chance to see you. And we really didn't see you. And so you would be like, nah, we didn't see you, but she still want that tip. You know what I mean?
Because, sometimes you come in and the girl who just got off the stage, they don't ask.
They don't ask you, but, a lot of times they want that money. They don't come around and ask everybody in the bar.
Right.
And, back then, that place was junk, man. You know what I mean?
You should just tip them anyway, in my opinion.
That's what I think, too. So, I did.
Because, you're in the strip club.
You're there to enjoy the atmosphere.
You should be prepared to spend some money.
And you're there for the ambiance.
Why you go to the strip club if you want to argue with strippers?
He didn't want to go anywhere. I make him go because he driving me. We at the end of the club. We in Dayton kicking it. I'm like looking away home. Something like here, and everybody call me, hey Johnny, what you doing? Listen, meet me at the spot.
Yeah.
Baby dolls or wherever it was. And, hey, that's where we going. Damn, John, why? Because I got to go. And man, it be jumping. All my people be up there, man. We have good old times back in my wild days. You know what I mean? I can talk about things like that nature now because I'm not in that life anymore. But it was good times, and you know what? If there was a good strip club to go to, I'd probably go check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, if I ever go to Vegas, I'm definitely going to frequent one. I mean, that's what we do.
Right.
But, like, going out and end of a club and finding one, I don't really partake in that anymore. I don't even go to clubs or bars anymore.
Me neither. Me either. So, a single guy like me, there ain't a lot of choices. Don't go to clubs and bars, or I don't even hit on women, period.
No.
I just
I'm not looking for my next.
I just talk to them like human beings. Does that suck?
I mean, I'm not even.
Am I like a terrible guy?
I'm trying to find that next penny, man, so I can keep my pennies growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm on right now because, like I said, I'm 51. I'll be 52 in November. I want to stop working. I don't know when. The retired age for us now is 67. I'm going to look at you right now and tell you I know for damn sure I'm not working that long.
No.
I'm trying to grow my business, give it to my sons, and I'm going to collect a little residual each month. Each week, whatever I work out the kids. But, I got a son now that's doing a great job, man. He's probably going to take over.
I'll probably retire at 54.
Something like that. That's what I'm looking at, 54, 55.
Be super rich.
But you always going to have a part-time job. And I have a part-time job for you.
What's that?
You going to come and drive up, just take one weekend out of the month, drive up to Michigan and back.
What for?
Take a trailer there and bring one back. That's it.
What?
I'm going to do it.
What for?
Money.
Yeah. I won't need any money.
Well,
you doing it for money?
Yeah, I'm doing it for money.
Okay.
Bells. That's what I do everything for.
Let's
pay. I got to collect my. You're a thousandaire. I need penny. I'm penny here. I'm trying to catch up to your status.
Yeah, you got to move on up like George and Weezy.
I'm trying to, man. Listen, I want Florence. I want everybody. I want the Willises to be my neighbors and every damn thing. Mr. Bentley, everybody.
Oh, well, you ain't gonna be this crow. We're out of time.
I had a great show, man. I had fun.
Yeah.
And we'll be on the As the Crow Flies next time. And this guy here, he's a silly guy, man. Listen, you want to catch us somewhere else? Yeah, we got to clean our act up. I don't really want to clean our act up. I really don't. I kind of like it like this.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you're going to see it because there's things that, like I said, once I get a chance to really indulge, which time is coming for that, I gotta send. We gotta tape a show so I can send it.
Right. We do need to do that, and we will do it.
We will.
We'll get it done.
We'll take a serious show.
Yeah.
But we've been having fun lately this summer. A lot of stuff ain't been happening in the news except for everything that's been knocking people off, and a lot of people been having down times, they're depressed and everything. I just like get on here, show them a good little smile, laugh at my man over here because my man is woo. So I can say to people, woo. I've been clear doing woo.
Yeah.
That's who he is. And y'all, those who don't know, you will know. And those who know, they know.
Whatever that means, I agree with it. So we're out of here like last year.
Last year.
See ya. Peace.
Peace.